Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey everyone, we are reading from A Day at a Time. March 29th. What is the definition of humility? Absolute humility, said AA co-founder Bill W., would consist of a state of complete freedom from myself. Freedom from all the claims that my defects of character now lay so heavily upon me. Perfect humility would be a full willingness in all times and places to find and to do the will of God. And that's the end of the quote. Am I striving for humility? Today I pray, may my higher power expand my interpretation of humility beyond abject subservience or awe at the greatness of others. May humility also mean freedom from myself, a freedom that can come only through turning my being over to my higher power's will. May I sense my higher power's closeness, which is simultaneously humbling and exhilarating. May I be willing to carry out my higher power's will. Today we'll remember, humility is freedom. I am feeling kind of pulled to connect the dots today between why I would want to follow my higher power's will. So I don't know where this lands with people, but this is where we're going. Because there's all this pull about, thy will, not my will be done. And maybe it's just this is my own character defect coming out. But sometimes I hear that and I just get like irritated, excuse me, or defeated because I'm like, gosh darn it, like I can't do anything right. Like my will doesn't even pull me in the right direction. And from that I started the prayer. I started praying for like, let my will be thy will. Like you hear a lot about like the destruction of self. And I think where I have gone with it and what's more healing for me is for like a transformation of myself so that I don't have to destroy anything in me because I know that I was made good, that I'm good. And it's just that things got a little wonky along the way. So when I read these things, that's kind of how I take it. It's not that I need to like throw myself away. It's not that like, oh, like you've proved that you can't do this very well. So you might as well just like toss it and start over. It's not that. And I don't think that's not the higher power that I have. He says, no, like let's like like episode 1, let's clean away all the dirt. Let's get back to the core of who you are because I made that. And that and me are linked. And so then my will can become his will when I allow him to kind of clear away all the dirt, all the wreckage, all the distortions that have skewed the way that my will desires things. And so that's how I see like my will coming into line with his will. In humility, yes, I think maybe I've said this before or not. Humility, C.S. Lewis has said it's not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less, which is so phenomenal. He's just so brilliant in such like short phrases. And that's exactly what it is, where it's not a death of self, it's self-forgetfulness. it doesn't have to be as painful as we think. And I don't think that's what our higher power wants. He doesn't want us to be like, burning in this pain of like self-denial and self-death. I think he's just like, no, like you're unhappy because you're thinking about yourself so much and you just aren't supposed to. Like that's not the way I wired you. Like there's a lot that happens when you first start to grow in self-awareness where it can be really like not defeating. Well, it can be defeating, but where it's just can be really heavy. You're like, oh my gosh, like I have so many flaws. Like, ew. Like it's not fun. It's not fun to see. But that's that is the opportunity to grow in humility. Because from what I understand, and I'm not here yet, the truly humble person is not surprised by their character defects when they pop up again or when they're there. They're not surprised that they have flaws. They're like, yeah, that sounds about right. Now, what are we going to do about it? I think that's humility. Humility is not being scandalized or shocked that we have flaws or that we've done it again or that we struggle. Humility, the beauty of humility is that like humility and acceptance of who I am go hand in hand. And so we're not fighting reality. We're not fighting ourselves. We're not fighting internally. We're able to save ourselves all that extra energy and move forward towards something good and in line with our higher power's will for us. And what you'll find when you're living in a place of humility and self-acceptance with the goal for greatness, but knowing who you are and that you need the help of a higher power, is that life becomes very fun and life becomes a bit of an adventure. And a lot of the heaviness just melts away in self-forgetfulness. Try it. Try it. Try it. With that, I pass.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.